Hi, this is Jim Cramer, Street.com with Frank Curcio, Stocks Under 10.
Oh.
One of the most controversial names out there, one that everybody is focused on far more than I think actually it should be, given the fact that it's a little stock, is Sirius Satellite. You've been recommending the stock, come off a little bit from where you put it in. Why should I own a stock that it seems to be so dependent upon something that you can't control, which is Washington?
Well, basically, I wasn't a big fan of this stock for a long time, and I received a lot of hate mail off of it. And
because you wouldn't recommend it if 6, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay.
Exactly. And it's not that I hate the stock, I just didn't like the stock price. Okay. And I think under 3 represents a favorable risk-reward. And I've done the research, and I'm believing that it is going to get approved.
Okay, but if it doesn't, can we still make money? That's
I don't think we can make money. That's why I think it's favorable risk-reward. So here's a scenario. If it doesn't get approved, I think you're looking at a downside risk of 10 to 15%. If it does, you're looking at 50% plus. Okay. So that's why I'm looking at a favorable risk-reward, where you have to understand this is a low-price stock, so there is going to be risk priced in. So I think right now, I mean, back in February, if you look, when they first announced it, the stock went to $4,
right.
And now look where it is. It's at $270. So I think at the price right now, it's kind of saying that, hey, you know what? I don't think it's going to get approved. But doing the homework, you look at the DOJ, and they're more worried about competitive issues, right. and you look at the FCC, and they're more worried about, is it okay for the consumer? Doing the homework on this, I think the iPod plug-in is going right into cars now. I think that's competition. That's a DOJ, and I think for the consumer, they came out with a la carte. They also came out with a favorable pricing plan. So I think that takes care of the FCC. And the FCC chairman was pretty pleased. He was impressed with that, the a la carte.
Now, because I believe that you can't really buy, this is my own real money stuff. You can't buy a stock on pure takeover basis if the fundamentals are deteriorating. Was the last quarter good or bad?
That was the reason for the entry point. The quarter was actually good. Their subscriber growth beat estimates, which is very important. Of course, they didn't make money. The company hasn't made money in existence. But they added 564,000 subscribers, and it was much more than expected. And this is the reason I said, okay, you know what? The quarter's there. It's not a great quarter. Right. They're not making money, but it's there to support the stock price, where if it doesn't get approved, maybe it comes off a little bit, and then we'll get out. But I like it as a speculation play. It's a speculation play, and I think if that gets approved, not only is it going to go to 4, you're looking at 2 exact companies. The synergies are going to be so exact that they'll be able to cut costs and layoffs, and we don't like to see layoffs, but it's very good for the stock.
All right, let me, in the time left, give me the, and this is for Stocks Under 10, but give me the timeline of catalysts that we need, and what needs to go right in this timeline.
This is a 4-month play. By December 4th, we're going to know. And they said, a couple analysts came out and said it could take an extra month or 2, but by December 4th, we're probably going to know. So within the 4-month play, I think it's a good buy here. If anything, you hold on to it. If it doesn't get approved, take your loss and move on. If it does, I think you could see that 50%
Are you
gain.
issuing bulletins at each step of the way so that I can monitor what is being said about Sirius in Washington as well as the fundamentals?
Absolutely, absolutely. And plus the wild oats and Whole Foods, and a lot of analysts said, that looks good.
That was as the analog to
exactly. So that people saying, okay, that looks good. That could be good for also Google and DoubleClick in terms of regulation.
And one last question: is there any particular senator or congressman that we have to follow on this one?
There's probably about 80 of them that are opposing it right now. So that's why, which puts the stock down. So. I do think that they're going to get approved, though. I mean, doing a homework, it's not. And real quick, it's not a luxury. It's a luxury. It's not a necessity. It's not. If you don't want Sirius Satellite, it's not Con Edison, where you have to pay the bill.
It's not a monopoly.
Microsoft, it's not a monopoly. So I do think it'll get approved in that matter. Where if you just don't want it, then just don't buy it.
I like that risk reward. Okay, Frank Curcio, Stocks Under 10. Thank you very much.